Hello and welcome to Programming the Lazy Way, a sequence of short videos for beginning and not-so-beginning programmers. I'm Will Briggs, creator of C++20 for Lazy Programmers, a new edition scheduled to be out late 2020, with whiz-bang and fun to introduce you to the basics of programming and to today's topic. Today, I want to tell you about programs that handle events and how to make a movie. An event-driven program is the kind that you're used to in Windows or on the Mac. It's always checking messages like mouse clicks, and then it responds to the mouse click or the keystroke or the attempt to kill the program. It's not like the kind of program that you'd use in a Unix terminal, where the program tells you what to do, what kind of input you have to give it, and you must comply. For this, you're going to need to know loops, and it wouldn't hurt to understand structs and enumeration types. And this is it. This is the secret. While it's not time to quit, you get a message, you handle the message. You get a message, you handle the message. And maybe there's some other things to do in this. Your word processor does this, your web browser, your screensaver, pretty much anything that you see in a WIMP, Windows Icon Mouse Pointer environment. So let's have a look at a real program that does this. A simple program that makes a shape bounce across the screen. I'll have to refine the algorithm a little to match. We get the message, we don't really have to handle it because we're not taking any inputs. It's a movie, and then we do our outputs. This uses the SSDL Graphics and Interaction Library. This is a set of wrappers, functions, and other things that make interaction with the famous SDL.h Simple Direct Media Layer 2.0 library way easier. SDL.h is great. I would not recommend using it until you've learned C++ or whatever language you're using, but you can start with SSDL on day one. So this is where the movie making stuff comes in, this loop. Recall how movies are made. It's not really a continuous motion, but a sequence of still frames that go by so quickly they fool the eye into thinking it's continuous. Sometimes if something moves across the screen very quickly, you can see it skip. That's because the frame rate is too slow. You may be able to see that on this video when the ball moves or as I move the mouse. We draw those frames here with the function display stuff. It clears the background so we don't get a trail of balls as the ball moves, and draws the ball at its current location. Update stuff changes the current location. Now, since I want to emphasize the main loop here, not structs and enums, I won't get into how it does it this time. Just like with a real movie, we want the motion to be steady. We don't want it to speed up or slow down depending on how busy your computer is. So we have this function here, SSDL.h, that makes it wait until it's time for the next frame in the movie. It's set by default to go at 60 frames per second. If I try to quit, SSDL.h returns false so that the loop can end. The code for this is in the comments, so if you want to see how the updates are done, please have a look. So this is how we make movies. In an upcoming video, I'll talk about how to make those movies more interactive, that is, make them into games. Meanwhile, please leave comments or likes below on Facebook or YouTube and stay lazy.